What's going on, everybody? Thank you for watching About Survival. Today we are going to test out my brand new 4-season tent. In a week, less than a week actually, on December 26th, my buddy Jeff and I are doing some extreme, hardcore backwoods camping. It is going to be extremely cold. We need to be prepared, and it's not a good idea to buy a brand new tent and not try it out and test it out before you actually get out there. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a Geertop 4-season 2-person tent, and I'm gonna get to this open spot and get it going. These are deer tracks. And he walked right by my little spot. This is where I'm gonna set up the tent. What do we got here? He walked right through. We're gonna have a shovel when we go up there, so it won't be a problem. But I'm gonna clear out an area the lazy man's way, just swiping with my feet. Sometimes you might forget your shovel. So in the wintertime, it's good to take a tarp and set it on the ground so you can put your tent over that. You do not want to be going up into extreme cold weather with your typical tent. So I had to go ahead and get myself a 4-season tent. I practice wilderness survival and bushcraft, but I'm not silly. Going up into this area that has some reported worst weather ever, you got to make sure that you have the right stuff. Good to get a bright color. They don't look as cool, but they're very good as far as if you're lost and someone's looking for you, they can spot out a bright colored tent over something that's camouflage or more natural looking. So that's why a lot of people choose bright colors. I like these. They're very similar to the other tent that I have, and they're much more durable than those cheap Walmart ones that you get that you're thinking, oh, let me save money, but then they get all stuck when you're getting it going. You know what I'm talking about. But I love these. They don't get caught up and they're durable. So what's great about these tents is you only need 2 poles to set this thing up, so it's pretty quick. You just push this stuff through and pull it without a problem. Now I'm going to pop these in. Put this guy in. I like this feature right here on the top. Keeps these things together. It's getting dark, so I just gotta hurry up and get this thing going. We got our pegs. Oh! You gotta be careful, folks. You can fall, man. I kinda like that the sun's going down because this is kinda good practice in case you get up to the mountains a little late and you gotta get your stuff going quick because you'd obviously need a fire for sure after this. So it's got 4 ends, and you got a little part here that you just got to click in. Typical tent, you just take the pieces, click it in. It's easy to get this thing going because each side has the logo Geertop, so you don't have to fumble around. You just put it over and click these pieces on. One of the biggest differences between this tent and your typical 3-season tents is this second layer. It actually is extended here because it's made to block out the wind, to block out the snow, and this tent is specifically made to be able to be in snowstorms and in the rain and wind, so you can actually stay warm. So this piece is actually key. Now all I got to do is just take these pegs, pop them in, and your tent is pretty much complete. Ooh. These pegs are actually kind of strong here. I don't know if the camera's showing it. Definitely digging this tent. I like it. This right here will give you ventilation. You can open it up and pop this thing right here, the Velcro, and bam, you got ventilation. These flaps are really fantastic. You can also kind of pile snow or put some sticks or whatever to just really pat it down and to keep any wind from going through there if it's extremely cold. This is key for the ventilation. This part right here, you can tie this to a tree, and this will actually prevent condensation right here hitting the second layer. So that's what this is for. So now let's go inside and check it out. So you see that the outer layer, it will block the wind and the snow and the rain way more than your typical 3-season tent. That's good. You got this second layer that you can have closed, or you can open up because it's 4 seasons, so you can use this in the spring or whatever. Give yourself plenty of ventilation. It's definitely gonna be warmer than my 3-season tent, and it's supposed to be small so it can retain your heat, and you obviously are going to need a very good sleeping bag, which I've already shown in a couple previous videos. It's getting dark in here, folks. This is pretty easy to make. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure that you always test out your tent and know how to put it together before you go on an extreme winter camping adventure like I'm gonna do on December 26th with my good old friend Jeff. So now I feel more comfortable. I'm gonna get a fire going and plan out this trip. I look forward to using this thing on the trip. It can fit one person extremely comfortably, and it could fit a second person if need be. But I'm just gonna hang out here at the fire for a little bit. Hope everybody has a good holiday. Stay tuned for the next episode.